If you were to, speak to us in December, we had a lot more nerves. And I think a lot of the conversations since then are that companies are still going to go through the digital transformation and the necessary spend. And there are always going to be opportunities, there are vendor consolidation opportunities. There is some slowdown in some discretionary spending, but I think that again is much more of now a short-term issue, and we hope that the momentum will actually continue.
You spoke about HCL Tech being on a trot, and yes, you've been industry leading in many metrics as well. What do you foresee over the next few years as far as any change expected in strategy? You talked about the acquisition done, and that continues to be part of your growth plans as well. But any change at all that we should expect, or any new levers that you hope to be able to leverage?
So I think, Shireen, actually, even though the last couple of years of the pandemic have been one where everybody had moved to a work-from-home environment, and we were all taking caution on a couple of our expenditure and how the company was evolving, I think one of the things that you've seen is that for us, we've really ramped up and continue to ramp up the pyramid mix. So the number of freshers that we're hiring. And I think that's also now starting to show in the way we're improving our margins. And that's a strategic direction we want to continue taking. What we've done over the last couple of years and continue to do even now is we've opened quite a few nearshore delivery centers. So, we've got Morocco, we've got Vietnam, we've got Sri Lanka. Despite, the economic turmoil in Sri Lanka, there wasn't a day of billing we lost. There's Mexico, there's Costa Rica. So there are many of these new centers that we're opening. So again, expanding on the nearshore delivery model is something that we're going to continue to pursue. And that will also help us in our select geographies to be a preferred digital partner for G2000 companies, work on becoming the preferred employer. Where you would have read, we're also experimenting with a lot more unique talent pools, like our Tech B program, which is a grade 12 program, which has now grown to 8,000. So it's a very large number. So I think that we're trying some of these innovations, and I think they're tying into our overall strategy to lead through differentiated growth.
How aggressively do you intend to move as far as this remote delivery model is concerned, and are there any specific geographies that you intend to focus on for the same?
So again, I think that it's in a lot of these geographies, they're a lot more customer driven. So when we look at Mexico, we look at Costa Rica, we've scaled to more than about 1,500 people. And that's also driven by demand and by customers. So I think a lot of this is demand driven. In a geography like Morocco, we were identifying geographies where we had talent and how do we go there proactively. So it's going to be a balance between demand driven and lead customers, as well as pockets where you have talent. But of course, there's no scale like India.